On this episode, we're talking about launching an Instagram account, why Facebook ads don't work, and who actually owns your Google business page. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to the 88 Dental Marketing Show. This is the internet's only dental show that's answering marketing's most important questions. You can believe that. It's what we do. My name is Joshua Scott, and this is episode number 44. And got a great episode, man. Some questions today from the last few weeks of just interacting with clients and people by email and across the country. So looking forward to those. Before we do, wanted to say thanks for some of the feedback the last few weeks. I've had a few of you guys emailing me, and which has been great. Love it. But mostly just noticing the production value of the show has gone up. And so we've really been working on that. And by we, I mean the guy right here behind the camera, Jay Moore, has been making that happen. And so love the new look, and I appreciate you noticing that and giving us some feedback as well. Also, this month's featured article, you'll find that right down below in the show notes, links to it. It's called The Glitch Report, and came out of some interactions I had with the Four Seasons hotels not too long ago, and just how they handle glitches in their systems every day with customers and clients who are on site. And I thought it was a really, really great system. And so I talked to them about it, kind of got the details, and I think it's something that will really help you take customer service and customer experience to another level in your practice. So take a look at that. Let me know what you think. I'd appreciate it. And yeah, let's get to some questions.
Our first question is from Kyra. We just started an Instagram account. What's the best way to get followers?
Kyra, really great question, because we're seeing a lot of practices get involved in Instagram now. And we've had a bunch this year that we've kind of pushed and gotten into that space. And it's a little bit of an experimental space. But I say that with the intention that it's really safe. I mean, and I think dentistry, now that what's happened is we're starting to see the returns on Facebook now, right? I remember probably 2 years ago, we were still saying, oh, you don't really get new patients from Facebook. That's all switched literally in the last 2 years. If you're on Facebook and you're not getting new patients from it, there's a problem, and more importantly, there's an opportunity. And so all of a sudden we're seeing the value of social media now in dentistry come full circle. The people that have been talking about it for a few years now, it's like, they're right? I mean, they're right. So getting into Instagram as the next step makes sense and is the next place. Early projections for Instagram is that it will have more mobile ad revenue than Facebook and Google put together. And so that's the prediction. So great space. I think we need to get into it. But when you're launching an account for the first time, and you need to strategize how to pick up followers, because your first post or first piece of content, you probably have 0 followers, or it's your staff or your mom or whoever is just following you. And so getting followers is a big deal. I think putting together a strategy, a campaign to launch that is the first step. And so maybe running a contest, something like follow us, tag a friend, and win something. So we've done a lot with Sonicare toothbrushes, and maybe, hey, we're gonna give away 3 Sonicare toothbrushes over the next month if you like our account and follow it and tag a friend, because that's a native kind of thing to Instagram. Then we'll take everybody who's tagged somebody, put them in a drawing, and we're gonna give away 3 Sonicare toothbrushes. It's a really great strategy. It gets people following your account, and it gets them introducing your account to friends, which is huge. That's Instagram's version of like sharing, is tagging people. And then also, you can also have patients take pictures. I mean, get one of those big cutouts, right? That looks like an Instagram kind of, what do we call it? Like the Instagram, I'm looking for help. Yeah, like the frame. Thank you. The Instagram frame, right? Like get a big cardboard or foam core cut out of that. Have patients after their visit stand with that and take a picture. They post it to Instagram, tag you. Now you take all those, throw them in a drawing, and give away Sonicare toothbrushes. So those are a few strategies there, but also cross promoting it. I mean, using those graphics to introduce your Facebook crowd to, hey, we're on Instagram, emailing patients, putting it in your regular monthly or bi-monthly quarterly emails, and putting signs up around the office, just announcing we're on Instagram, announcing the details of the contest. I think those are all great ideas. Definitely a space you should get into.
Question number 2 is from Jared. Everybody's talking about Facebook ads, but they're not working for our practice. Any idea why?
Jared, so this becomes a troubleshooting issue. Why are Facebook ads not working? Because on the whole, what we're seeing right now is just not, that's usually not the case. And so there are things I would look at, right? Is typically when somebody says Facebook ads aren't working, it's usually because the ads are sending them to a site that is not mobile friendly. And what we have to understand first and foremost is that Facebook happens right here. It's a mobile platform. And so, I mean, 85% of people interacting with your Facebook ads are on a mobile device. And so they click on that, they're gonna end up at your site, but man, it better work really nice on a mobile phone. So that would be something I would look at. I tend to see a lot of people, so they click your Facebook ad, they end up at your site, but they're also gonna cross-reference that with reviews. And so having reviews supports that decision. And I really feel like that's how people search now. They search, so they need to find you. They go to your site needs to build trust, and then they look at reviews. And if all that happens, then you win that decision. So the Facebook ad, they get to the site, your site needs to win trust. It needs to be mobile friendly, but then they're also gonna look at reviews. And so how are you doing there? Maybe you don't have very many, maybe you have some negative ones that are showing up at the top. I'd also look at the ads. I mean, are they compelling ads? And just looking at the data, are people clicking on them? If you're not seeing clicks, the problem is with the ads. If you are seeing clicks, the problem's probably with the website or down the line in the funnel. And so you're tracking, you're troubleshooting, where's the bottlenecks in that funnel, people seeing the ads and calling you, where are the bottlenecks in that funnel where people are getting stuck and can't get through? So troubleshooting, those are the areas I would look at.
And question number 3 from Dr. Harris. Who owns my Google business page?
So this is a question I've run into here recently a few times. And the technical answer to who owns your Google business page is Google. However, they establish administrative responsibilities over that, and that should funnel down to or end up with the actual business. But what's happening and what I've seen a few times here now is we're having companies that set up the Google business page, and then that practice or that doctor leaves that company and they're having trouble getting access back to that account. And in some situations, I've seen this a few times, is where the agency or the company says, well, we set that up, and uses language that implies ownership of that page. And so therefore makes it difficult to get the login information or transfer it, or even charges for that. And so, which is crazy. And so Google owns that page, but it's your right as the business owner to have administrative rights to that. Nobody else should have that. And in fact, if you find yourself in that position, not only are those administrative rights yours, you should contact Google if you find yourself in a space like that where you're having trouble getting access to your page because somebody else set it up. It's really easy to add you as an admin to get those rights. Google is 100% all about the rights of that page be going to the appropriate place. So if you have some issues there, contact them, especially if the page has been claimed, because you're going to have some issues. They're going to say, oh, well, the page has already been claimed. Go get the login information, the username. And you're like, I can't, because they're holding it hostage. You got to call Google and figure that out, but they'll work with you and get you ownership back of that. So hope that answers your question. Guys, homework for the episode or question of the episode. Do you know your Google business page login information? So before it's too late, before you have issues, make sure you have it. It's important login information to have it documented somewhere. Have team members know how to get to it and access it. You'll be glad you did later. So guys, it's episode number 44. Thanks so much for joining us. Always fun to have you here. As always, leave your questions. Either comment down below in the comments and the show notes, email me, hit me up on social media, anywhere you can. Leave me your questions, man. What are you looking at with marketing? What are you struggling with? What's not working? What do you have questions about? Would love to feature those on a future episode. And yeah, until then, I'll catch you next time. What's that song? It's a...
I had no idea what you're talking about.
It was like a... No, so tight and so
fresh
clean.
so clean.
So
So fresh and so clean.
fresh and clean.
Yeah.
So fresh and so clean.